Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting any feedback?
I am not. It sounds pretty clear, too. It sounds like a speakerphone, but it sounds clear.
All right, well, we are on live. Dave, do you want to kick us off for today's show?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am Dave the Butcher Clifford, your 2015 Announcer of the Year. This is our channel radio, and ladies and gentlemen, I want you to help me bring the noise today. Happy New Year. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Eli Cantu. I don't want to mess up anyone else's names if you got some more hosts in there.
Kyle Forrester.
What up?
Kyle Forrester. Go ahead, sir.
I was just asking if there was other cats in the house, too, man. I want to make sure they get recognized.
Yeah, Kyle Forrester.
Oh, sweet, Kyle. Well, it's great to be on the show with you guys, and I appreciate you letting me set it up. So it's all you now, my brother.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you for your participation. And you know what? On top of that, another thank you for the way you handled certain issues on Facebook. I remember scrolling through the feed there and seeing some people had negative feedback, and you stepped in and kind of tackled that, man, and I appreciate that. I mean, the whole state appreciates that because we were able to keep something credible. I know there was a lot of people with legit complaints. I'll be honest, there was a lot of things that I could have done better myself. So a lot of people had raised a lot of legit complaints, and I mean that's kind of why we're having this show today, so people could come on and just kind of voice their opinion. But
what I really liked about that, if you don't mind, is that you've done this from the very start. You stuck to it. You've addressed any issues that people bring up. And here's the deal: if you didn't get in on time to nominate your people, there was not only a write-in option on these polls, which I really liked.
Right.
Which is awesome about it. You handled this as good as it could be. I think that the improvements this year will continue into the next one. Obviously, you're going to take this feedback in, but nobody needs to be rude. And if, I've learned this, and this is why I can say this, Eli, as I used to be that rude motherfucker that was hating and getting pissed off until I switched things over in my own life. I looked back at myself and said, what am I projecting here? What kind of an example am I setting to people that see me yell names and look at me wearing a suit and nice shoes and taking care of children that are mine? What kind of an example do I set? And I really have made a lot of changes in my own life. And I'll tell you, it reflects professionally, it reflects in my social media presence. And when people come out and get angry, I have to forgive them, but I can also see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't hate, participate.
Right. I mean, that's exactly the type of mentality we want to influence, because like you said, whether we want it or not, we are role models. At any level, there's people that maybe don't want to fight, but they want to be announcers like you are. You know what I mean? So in the show, a lot of people have fans, not just the fighters. So everybody is watching and how we carry ourselves. So that is very important for people to kind of take notice of that and respond accordingly, man. I mean, everybody's watching. But I mean, for everybody that like you said, if people didn't jump in on time, going back to the votes, they kind of locked out, bro. And I was getting so many inboxes from qualified nominees that did not go on there. And it's just, look, let me tell you like this. I'll tell you like this. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, we were on here live with Aaron Smith, a very good close friend of mine. Everybody that knows me knows. I mean, ever since Aaron came up, I mean, he was on my team for the long time. I mean, 5 years ago he came out with me. You know what I'm saying? So we go back, man. That's one of my real close friends in the game and everything. And he was, like I said, he was in here on the radio show inviting people with me, but then he forgot to nominate himself that night. So then he hits me up and he's like, "Oh man, I didn't get on the polls," and then we kind of had that discussion. It was just kind of like, bro, we always I think everybody's mistake this year was that they assumed that people were going to vote for them or nominate them. You see what I'm saying?
And you could write it in. That's what I didn't understand. Write yourself in and start a campaign.
Right.
There's plenty of time to do it. if you didn't know about this ahead of time. And you can't be blamed for that.
No, and that's the thing. We have to sell ourselves, man. Like you just said, yeah. You share it and then raise your own campaign, man. Like, that's what it's all about. Is that not what we do all year long? You see what I'm saying? So like for everybody to expect at the end of the year for people not to choose their favorites, I mean it's gonna happen. At the end of the year, people are gonna choose their favorites, and some people might not get picked, and that's just the way it goes.
I see you, Kevin. I'm watching the stream with it muted too, so I like what you guys got going on there. I like the maps in the background.
You like that? This is Kyle Forrester. Just to introduce you to Kyle, when I first started Team Relentless years ago, back in 2011, I started in his garage. So me and him go. Yeah, me and him go back. We definitely go back years, and now that we're starting this, we're starting again in his garage. So he's kind of been the foundation to a lot of things that we've done with Relentless and company. So definitely.
I'm in my garage right now too, homies.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, tell me, what do you think? We'll go over the winners here in a second. Is this the updated list, Kyle?
We can go right off the Facebook page.
Well, let's do that. Let's go ahead and scroll down.
We're right here
Through Facebook.
We'll just start at the top and
Yeah.
work our way down. There's the first one right there.
So, Michiana Fight League.
The best Indiana promotion. Michiana Fight League
Hey,
is the
turn
winner.
yourself up a little bit. I'm having trouble hearing you guys on my end. Is the only reason. I'm sure that their live stream's working well, but I can't quite hear you real well.
Get closer to the phone, Eli. That's why you
It's
can't
right on my
hear
ear.
us. No, you got to pull the phone closer to us. It's because we're across the room from the phone. Is why you can't hear us.
Oh, okay.
Plug it into that slot.
I really appreciate it. I like grassroots, man. I really love what you guys are doing here. And again, it's something to support, and I can't wait to get to the winners.
All right, well, let's get to it right now. So we got
somehow.
We got best Indiana promotion.
it was Michiana Fight League going against Hoosier Fight Club. Now those two leagues are very familiar to me. They're in Northern Indiana, so I've had the pleasure on competing on both of them. Hoosier Fight Club, I'd say that this year they really stepped up and made a deal with the Blue Chip Casino, and I mean they really threw a very a well-respected show. They have a lot of professionalism. Not to cut them short at all. Just Michiana Fight League, like I said, favoritism plays a big part in this pro, especially when it comes down to crunch time, like when it's this short of a notice. So, yeah. So Michiana Fight League took it for Indiana. Let's keep going down.
The OG MFL. Congratulations.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Best Michigan announcer.
Who might that be?
shit.
Okay, so we got David Clifford. How many votes we got for David?
165.
So we want to send a shout out to all those 165 votes that, people that voted for David. And thank you for your participation. Johnny Ortiz right below.
Keeping it close.
What was that number? Right?
150.
Okay, yeah, it's a tight race. And I mean, just to elaborate a little bit on that, if you will, David, ever since last year, it's been the, because you've always had the title for the best announcer, and then last year, Johnny had a lot of popularity, man, and you know what I mean, and still does today, and but like I said, I think this whole year it was like, who's the best, David or Johnny, it was just kind of back and forth. I mean, as we can see here. But not to discredit anybody, Johnny Ortiz is a great announcer, just like you are. And what is your take on it?
Oh, well, we become friends this year, and respected. Excuse me, I got some dank up here. This year. I didn't expect that one to grab me like it did. Johnny and I, like I said, well-respected colleagues. I really dig the fact that people got involved. I mean, like you had said when we talked a couple of days ago, when we did the hybrid podcast at the same time, I really thought it was cool that you had put out there that, the fighters get the glory. I mean, everybody's there to watch them receive their glory. And I'm there to deliver and be a conduit. And so is Johnny and anyone else. Phil Davey, the guy that got me started, Pete Trevino. A lot of great people nominated on that list. And when I look and see that, they see us every fight. They hear us every fight. And they learn to expect what we bring to the table. As a ring announcer, I really appreciated the fact that more of you that took participation in this voted on that poll apparently almost than any other one that I had seen. And I'll tell you what, this victory, I created a war room last night. We rallied up the troops. I was down by like 45 or 50 at midnight. And throughout the night, a couple of friends and I, we got that done. And I really appreciate it so much to be recognized like this. It means the world to me, and especially in a close race against a qualified, competent nominee.
And you know what, Dave? That's exactly what it's all about. I swear to God, I don't care if you're a fighter, if you're running a company, if you're starting. I mean, anything you do in life, it's all about your support group. You could have the dream, the willpower, and everything, but everybody needs the good support group. You know what I mean? To have your back, and you just don't get that. You don't just wake up with that. You build that. So that goes without saying. I mean, that right there, what you just said, I mean, that's exactly what I would like for people to start building, man. Start building and start partnering and make more moves like that that encourage growth, that encourage group growth. So that's definitely exactly what people need to start doing. But I mean, thank you for saying that. Let's go.
Oh, you bet. Thank you for doing this. This is not easy, like you said. I mean, it's not easy to do. It's going to be a work in progress. It's going to get fixed and tweaked and done every year. But guess what? You ain't going nowhere, and that's what it's all about. The winner's fist, baby. And I'm cranking it up right here in my garage right now.
Hey, do me a favor, and send me a picture of winner's fist. Post it on the page, not on the voting page, but we're going back to the original nomination where we put the nominations. I would like to see. If I would like to have all the winners post their winners fist if everybody's listening. If not the voting that they had the polls on, but if we go back to the original where we had the nominations, feel free to just all the winners. Put them up there, put the fists up, and represent for.
Oh, you know it. Me and the family are going to do a family picture and video thanking everybody, man. It's really means a lot, dude. I mean, I quit my job 5 years ago to do this as a career, and this is one of those things that it makes me feel like I made the right decision.
Right. No, and you know what? I'm glad you were getting to know each other a little bit, and that's a good. You have balls for that, man. Because for people that would do something like that and rely on their dream, that made all. It takes balls, bro. And that's the kind of same thing I'm going through right now. I'm in and out of the RV industry. And it's a well-paid company. Well-paid business, but it's very competitive. I'm always struggling with it. As far as I'm always the guy that thinks he could do it better, bro. Always, every single company I've worked for. So I strive for this team leader spot, and then they ended up not liking that. They group up against me, and before you know it, I better get out of there. Before my MMA skills take play. So and it happens every single time, man. So that's why I always tell myself, you know what, maybe I don't belong in that type of environment. Maybe I don't belong in an environment that I'm always going to be compete. I need my own shit. I need my own company. I need to run I need to wake up when I want to wake up. And
there you guys are.
Yeah, and
You're doing it right now.
Exactly. So if we could encourage or influence anybody to get out there and pursue. I'm not saying quit your job right now or whatever, but definitely pursue your dreams and things that you want to do. And
one more thing before we move on to the next award. Two more things, but the first one is I appreciate the support of all my sponsors, KO Inc., SoFly Combat League, Joker's Trucking. I got a lot of people that help pay for my travel. So promoters out there, when you want to hire me in different areas, don't be afraid because my travel's paid for. And I want to really say that without them, I wouldn't be able to go and do these jobs. And, hey, how happy is Kyle about Alabama's victory yesterday?
Hey, that was Michigan State, man. I'm a Michigan fan, so we're all right. Play Florida today at 1 o'clock.
Hey, are you a State fan, Clifford?
I absolutely am. And
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm a Spartan fan.
I root for Michigan here and there, though. I'm not going to hate.
Awesome.
I definitely didn't think the game was going to go like that.
Oh, I know, dude. I was sick to my stomach. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on this contest. I'm going to talk to all my friends that are awake.
No, that was it worked out for you, man, and I'm glad to have you as a winner this year. And well, I hope you represent the winner's fist. I know you will. I know you will, especially going into sanctioning with all these promotions, just really stepping it up. I think there's going to be a lot of promotions stepping it up to stay alive this year. But anyway, yeah.
Working with them too and looking forward to it. So who's next? I don't know if you are going to be taking more calls or bringing in another winner.
Well, actually, man, I'm kind of hesitant on this next thing. I don't even want to say it. I'm the winner, man. I fucking won Indiana's Fighter of the Year. But see, that's it. It's only two people that that were nominated. Me and Ed Johnson. Ed Johnson is a respectable, good candidate. He actually got beat pretty bad by Chaos last year. Chaos is the champion of, if I'm not mistaken, does Chaos still hold the one? No, wait a minute. I'm not even sure to be honest with you, but I know he took a loss to Chaos last year and or whenever that was. But me and him were the only ones up there, and well, I got him by how many votes there, Kyle?
You got 24, and he came in at 7.
And I mean, it is what it is. Nice
win. Congratulations.
Well, the thing about it is, I have to say, I can't go take that win without explaining the situation. I did Indiana and I did Michigan this year. There was, great volume. I mean, Michigan participated just like they did last year. They were happy to be part of the show and everything. Now, Indiana, on the other hand, I didn't have a very good response out of many polls. That was very. The nominees that were up there very very limited. So that's why we didn't have that many polls up there. But for the ones that did get nominations, I went ahead and put them up. Like you guys seen MFL earlier up there, the first one we went to.
A lot of haters in Indiana, huh?
The what now?
A lot of haters in Indiana there or something? What's the deal?
I don't know. They're haters. They're just competitors for one's idea. So I guess it's just it all comes down to the momentum of your own strive. I mean, I'm gonna keep going with my idea to present it the way I see fit. And there was some people that thought that the award show that I carried could have been done better. So last year there was another award show made up. And I can't remember I can't remember what they made it or what they called it, but to me it was just.
It doesn't matter what they named it. Right?
And you know what? I'll still talk about them and I'll still give them whatever because, it's what's happening, man, and that's real, and I don't mind talking about what's happening out there. I don't want to be like, I don't want to give them no buzz or give them no attention, but fuck it, it is what it is. That's what's going on. But you know what? Even though nobody participated in that this year, that just lets me know that I have to strive harder to present it better next year. I have to strive harder to actually come up with actual awards that you guys can hold to be, to make it more, more appealing to people. So that's things I got to work on. That's the way I see it. But I mean, it is what it is. Let's keep moving to the next one.
All right, best flyer.
Congrats.
KOP.
KOP. That was a real close one, man. I mean, the quality. David, do you have any say so on the KOP or the Ronda Leon flyers there?
I'm sorry. What was the name of this award? Was this the promotion of the year?
It was best flyer of the year.
Oh yeah, dude. One thing that I like is there's a few different promotions that really take pride in their flyers. Ronda Leon comes out with some pretty cool ones, and WXC has some interesting ones. PD's done some really nice ones, but they always look the same. And Knockout takes pride in those, and I'm not too surprised at that because they have some dope ass.
Yes,
flyers,
they do.
man.
Yes, they do. Very nice. And I mean that's going the extra mile that a lot of people weed out. They're like, oh, that's not necessary, but it is necessary because every single time that you throw a show, you have the potential of acquiring new clients or new fans to the show. You're always trying to attract new people. So yes, every single time that you present it, you want to present it like it's your first. So flyers are very important, you know, because you have, like I said, you have a lot of people out there that see them in gas stations or wherever they see them, and it's the first time they ever see a MMA flyer. So I mean, why not make it the best one you can make it, you know?
Hey, and they fill their venues every time, so it shows you that little extra mile can make a difference.
Right. And you know what? I do want to give an honorable mention to Terry. He had a kick-ass fucking flyer himself, man. It was animated.
Sure did.
I thought it was badass. You know, and you know what? Maybe somebody from, like I just said, if you would have put that up in a gas station, maybe people wouldn't understand it, or you know what I mean? It might have not looked good for local MMA, but for people that understand Terry, you know, and within our community, I think that was hilarious. It was a good. I mean, hilarious in a good way, not cracking up on him, but laughing with him. It was
Totally.
a good flyer.
We love Terry.
So,
Indiana's best pro fighter.
Cole Wilkins, man, and he is well deserved. Right under him, Jarrell Simpson, and Andrew Moreno. Andrew Moreno and I started fighting at the same in the same league. I mean, we all started at Tapped Out here in Indiana, right before Indiana got sanctioned. So we all used to fight together, and then Moreno took off to pro and kind of passed us. You know, we all kind of stayed amateur. But shouts out to Moreno, and then Jarrell's, you know, in my team. Great wrestler, great fighter. He was one of the best in Indiana amateur career. Had a great run, and now as a pro, I don't recall his record right now, but it's not upside down. It's a winning record, and well, he's a good runner up. Yeah, Cole Wilkins, man, beast. I mean, have you seen him fight at all, Dave?
Absolutely, and I think that's well deserved as well. You know, with it being so difficult, because there's some fighters that, you know, grew up in different states, but then end up claiming a different hometown because they moved to train and stuff. I think that when you have a true hometown guy like this, it really adds to the prestige of the award too.
Right. No, well, I mean, I'm definitely happy to have him as our winner. I mean, I couldn't think of a tougher fighter, man. Well, I mean, we definitely do. We have some UFC, you know, qualified fighters, but as far as in the local game, on the come up, he's definitely earned his keep. So, shouts out to Cole Wilkins, man, and it's shouts out to the Alexander MMA, his whole gym, Joe Alexander, Wendy Alexander, everybody at the gym. You know, shouts out, and you know, you guys are doing a great job with Cole, and it's showing. So, congrats.
All right, moving on. Best security team. What does that say? Brian Duca.
He took it last year, and congratulations for having it again, Brian. I saw a lot of people went through you know, some criticism, but we all maintained it well, and you know, you can't make everybody happy, you know, especially when you're a security crew, crowd control. You trying to keep everybody, you know what I mean, you know, to an ordinance or whatever. So I mean, that you might come as annoying to the crowd, even though you're trying to do a good job and have a good image.
If the event goes off and everybody's safe, then you know that's a win.
Right, exactly. So shouts out to Brian Duca, on all the hard work throughout the year, and then also on the hard work to get his votes up. So shouts out.
All right.
Absolutely.
Next one is the best picture of the year. These were posted on the page. There were 3 of them, 3 candidates, and the winner was Jackie Luttrell.
Jackie Luttrell, yeah, I mean, and that picture right there is badass, man. Shouts out to Darren. It's fucking badass. I'm glad to have that as the Michigan picture of the year. It's something, you know, it's something to be proud of. I mean, it's a good take, it's a good pose, it's a good. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get on his dick and shit, but good fucking job. I mean, not on her because she took it, but I'm talking about Darren. It's a good picture, bro. It's a good picture that you took, and congratulations on winning this award, Jacqueline. Runner up though, one thing we were talking about, because see, the runner up was Esteban Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure that was by Jacqueline as well. Beautiful pics, and if you look at the editing that goes into this, aside from the angle and the good capture, You know, it's just a good pick altogether. I mean,
She takes a lot of pride in what she does.
yes, she
That's for
does. Yes,
sure.
she does.
the third picture that we were talking about, I just read in the comments, remember when I ripped my pants? So that's why this guy
What?
looks like he's holding up his pants.
Yeah, but you know what, man? It's still a fucking badass pick, bro.
It is a sick picture.
It is you know, and I guarantee you that he's very proud of that moment. You know, that's something that he's gonna remember forever, bro. You know, I remember when I first got my first belt. What was it? September 11th, 2010 was the first time I got a belt, and yeah, man, I still remember the first picture I took with it, man. It's like I don't know. I wanted to tattoo it. I wanted to tattoo the picture. That's how much it meant to me, and that's the kind of I'm not kidding about that. Like that's what I was having a conversation with Jackie about Vic Core, which was one of our photographers here in Michigan for MMA, and I told her that the very first time that I got behind a professional camera and posed for that picture, that to me was everything, man. It was the first time I felt like a real fighter. I was happy as fuck to share the shit out of that picture, man. I was very proud of something I could really identify with, and you know what I mean. I wanted other people to I wanted to share it. I wanted to share it. So definitely, the what now?
The guys that the pictures are the only way that a lot of people can remember and go back and keep these moments. That's
exactly.
One thing I like. We have some great photographers here in Michigan too, and we have for a long time too. So it's great to see Jacqueline coming in and carrying on that tradition, because the way she approaches it, and a lot of times you'll see her and Maria Sinclair both at the same events, and they'll both have their perspectives, and it really enhances the ability to present what that show actually looked like to people who weren't there and bring them to the next one.
Right. And you know what? And that's what it's all about, because just like fighters are different and they all fight different, photographers take pictures different and they take different angles. One thing I was like commended on or whatnot when I take pictures is the angles, and I try to get just the different angles that nobody else gets. And I mean, that's my thing. That's what I try to do. But yeah, everybody from the photography game that deserves an honorable mention. I really thought that there was going to be a lot more pictures up as nominations, especially from Maria and Shane. I think they maybe just weren't aware, or they were maybe expecting other people to post them up. I don't know, but like I said, I was definitely expecting a lot of other pictures. However, but even in that page though, you know what I mean? People was like, oh no, well this should have been it, this should have been it, but none of the pictures that were posted still got more likes than Darren. So I mean, they still didn't.
That one picture tripled what everybody else had. Right. So as far as votes,
yeah, it blew that picture right there blew all the pictures out of the water. I mean, according to the votes, according to the likes on it.
That's a great picture.
Right.
All right. Nomination.
Should be a poster. Maybe we can make it a poster, Winner's Fist poster.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Best AMI Fighter of the Year.
Gonna have to ask Darren.
Justin Cornelius Nathaniel.
Man, give it up to him. How many? What was the votes on that?
He had 53 to the other closest one was 44.
All right, let's go ahead and see the two more, and let's name off all the fighters that were up there.
Let's see. We have got Antoine Blasingame, Sean Rosecrans, Brian Scott, and Roosevelt Anthony.
Was there another one? Because I remember when I was going through you guys, if you guys were wondering, I think that I made two polls for the Emmys, because there was sometimes they didn't give me the option to put more, so I had to make two different statuses.
All right,
we'll get back to that.
Sure.
We'll get back to that, but just remember that Justin had the most votes on this one. He has the lead, so we'll add him up to the other one.
Trustin' Justin.
Yeah, and it goes with popularity, man. Like that's what I'm saying. He must have been working hard. He must have got his not that he didn't work hard throughout the year. That we definitely want to recognize that. But like I said, the support groups that we were just talking about, he got on it, and it goes to show, really where his name is at. I mean, if you could get that many people to vote for you at such a short notice, he's definitely got to count for something. You got to follow him behind you, and that should be noted. So, congrats.
He has a lot of fun. Justin has great walkouts, and he comes to fight. Like he, sometimes you can tell he hasn't been in the gym as much as he should have, and he really did a lot to overcome that this year. He was a pretty active fighter this year, and again, we had a lot of votes coming in from the Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, and Holland areas, and that's where he is really popular, and he's a great fighter, a good guy, and hopefully he continues and uses this as motivation to continue his journey as an aspiring professional.
Right. Let's keep going with the best Michigan Judge of the Year, Mr. Jeff Wagner. Congratulations, my man, for your hard work. I had the pleasure of speaking with Jeff just the other day in regards of managing, but this is another venture that is it's a high one to judge. So I mean, congratulations on this, Jeff Wagner. You definitely came on top of some very qualified people. John Hammond and Cody Scott. Those two guys are definitely two guys that put a lot of work in. So congrats. I wish we had his number. I'd call him right now, or I do have his number. I think I'll give him a shout out later here in a little bit.
He's awake too. I seen him post some shit just a few minutes ago.
Best coach. This was a landslide.
James David Gray, congratulations for being this year's Winner's Fist Best Coach of the Year, sir. We got some great teams that he's up with. I mean, look at Darren Cruikshank, Joaquin Mortilago. I mean, these are good teams, great fucking coaches, man. So and that goes again with the Scorpion Fight Team. They have a great support system. Definitely shout out to them, man. I mean, every time I see them in the shows, they're a team that look very well organized, well designed. It's just a good team altogether, and it's led by James. So congratulations on this, man. This takes a lot of hard work. If you're listening, or if anybody's out there that's around him that's listening, please let him know. Please call in. I'd like to have him accept his award. So, do you know his number by any chance, Dave?
Wagner?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to send it to you so you can call him?
Yeah.
You got your Facebook open?
Yes. Send it to my Facebook. Hopefully he doesn't mind the call.
I'm going to mute myself so it doesn't sound funny as I look through my
that's fine.
phone book here on the phone, and I'll be right back, and you'll have that message momentarily. Congratulations to my homeboy on that. And I'm sorry, James Gray as well. I don't have his number, actually. I got Wagner's number. But as far as Gray goes, it shows you that, one of the things that they've done, and, Amanda Cooper just tried out for the UFC. Obviously, James' girlfriend, she just got promoted as well to purple belt under his system. One thing that they're very good at is being highly active on social media and bringing a ton of fans to wherever they go. And he's got a squad that fights all over the country and now the world and Brazil and stuff. So you really got to give it up to him and say that even though there's some outstanding gyms who have put people in the UFC already, and some great coaches who have been involved in people's careers like Rashad Evans. I mean, Murcielago's Joaquin was very highly active in his Ultimate Fighter run, which eventually led to him becoming a superstar in the sport. Another Spartan, by the way, Rashad Evans. And,
exactly.
One thing I guess I'd want to say about that is congratulations, and that shows you that how important it is to have a presence on social media. Whether you have the time personally or not, get it going and have an effect. Share what you're doing with the world, and the world will follow you wherever you want to go.
Exactly. Hey, well, you all heard it straight from Dave himself. The this year's Winner's Fist Announcer of the Year. I mean, it's duly noted right there, boss. Well, we're gonna.
I'll get that number for you for Wagner if you want to call him.
Okay. and I'm gonna wait. Jacqueline Marie. Congratulations, she had 2 winners. I'm gonna have her call in here in a second. As a matter of fact, Jacqueline, if you're listening right now at this time, could you call us in about 7 minutes? 7 minutes, we could go over your. I'd like to talk to. I'm gonna get your just a response from having the best picture of the year and then also best photographer of the year. So feel free to call in. You know my number, I'm hoping, from last episode. So feel free to call in at any time. In 7 minutes, that is.
Already sent that number to you for Jeff. I didn't know what you just said. I didn't hear you, so I won't be able to add anything to this part of the conversation, homeboys.
I got you.
Radio.
No, well, hey, thanks for the shout out. I'm gonna get ready to give him a call to see what he has to say. But thank you for joining us today, David, and congratulations for being our winner. And thanks for being part of our show, and thanks for appreciating the hybrid podcast, because I'm trying to do another one like that. So just keep in touch, boss.
Yeah, I like it. I like the portal. I like the fact that we're offering different ways for people to stay in touch. We all love the same things. Thank you, guys, and I love what you're doing. Have a great new year.
You want to shout out anything, your podcast or anything before you get off the air?
Well, yeah, man. Be sure if you like, and obviously if you're listening, you love listening to this kind of stuff. Give me a listen on UMOR Live. It's Uncensored MMA Online Radio with James Lee and myself. Look for the Bloodsport Reunion with Frank Dukes and Paulo Tosha coming up the next few weeks. Thanks, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, David.
Thank you for being on, boss.
All right, you gonna move on to the next one?
Yeah. So what we got over
Best
here?
Michigan matchmaker.
Shouts out to Matt Frando, man. Congratulations. Definitely has set a lot of fights, great fights this year. He's going against Jim Overly. Can we read that? I can't read that. Conrad. Can we go? Yeah, scroll down for the. Here we go. Can we read those off?
Michael
Pedalani.
Pedalani.
That's from WXC Promotions. Awesome promotion.
Joe Sharp.
Pete Kuhn.
Joseph Patiglia. Sorry if I butcher your last name.
Nah, you're Bruce Strong, John Eubanks, and Drew Gardner. But out of all these nominations, Matt Frendo, we would like to congratulate you. And I know you can't join us at this time. I think.
He just said he could probably call in right now.
Okay. Yeah, if you could call in right now, if you still have my number, feel free to call in right now, boss. So we got. That was a. Was that even? I mean, that didn't even come close, bro. That was just out of the water.
No, that was a landslide victory right there.
Yeah, congratulations.
Best Michigan promotion.
And this Knockout Promotions was awarded the best promotion of the state of Michigan last year. And like I said, I keep going back to the support system, man. You got to keep that. Just close.
138 votes they had.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, how could you not consider that? I mean, you could be a good, well-ran promotion. You could have a real nice belts. You could be very professional about it. And I think it's very important, for us to display those qualities. But at the same time, man, you also got to recognize those promotions that really fill in the show. And I know that they're having a show today, if I'm not mistaken, at the Deltaplex. So shout out to them. They just won the Matchmaker of the Year. I know they're promoted. I mean, they're nominated for many other awards. So we'll get to them here in a second, I'm sure. But congratulations to them, man. They're definitely staying active. and for all the fighters that are participating in that event tonight. You know, I know you guys had to stay sober through the holidays and to make weight and everything like that. So shouts out to everybody participating in the KOP promotions today.
All right. Let's see. Moving on, best cut man.
Who got that? Sheena
got it.
Sheena, congrats. And Sheena's a very good friend and a close friend to the R-Rated Radio. You are more than welcome to call in whenever if you're watching us live. Go ahead and call in. Waiting from a phone call from Matt and you. So when whoever calls in, we'll be glad to have you guys. But as far as anybody else, who else was nominated? Rob. Still shouts out to him, man. He's like Bruce said, he's our only certified cut man. And I remember meeting him, and I mean he definitely he got solid shit together, man. That's pretty cool when you see a cut man come over and they got the holder where you put your hand at, you know, and I mean his tapes are on point. He definitely has all his gear, and I mean he's licensed, so definitely shouts out to him still, you know. I myself take pride in that. You know, I don't know if anybody knows that, but I've always had a pride in having. I've always been told I have the best ones. You know what I mean? We all do. I'm sure Sheena has been told the same thing. But that's one thing I always do. Here, I'll cut myself off here. Take this phone call. This is the R-Rated Radio. Who we got on the line?
Hey man, how's it going?
What's going on, Matt?
Not much, man. Just getting ready for the big day tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. I thought it was today. Well, hey, congratulations on being this year's Winner's Fist Matchmaker of the Year for the state of Michigan, boss. How do you feel?
Thanks, man. I feel great, man. Yeah, there's a lot of things going through my mind right now, but yeah, I really appreciate everybody that voted. You know, took the time to vote for us or voted for anybody that's nominated. Really, you know, I mean, participation's pretty key in this, and it feels good, man. I mean, there's a lot of positives. You know, there's some negative people saying, you know, it's just a popularity contest and whatnot. But if that's what it is, then you know, thanks for everybody that voted for me. I mean, I don't care what people want to say. It's a good feeling for us. Not just, you know, obviously matchmaker is kind of a personal thing, but at the same time, you know, I couldn't be a matchmaker without Josh Medley giving me the platform to do shows at Knockout Promotions, and without the fighters who continue to fight for us, and without the fans that continue to come support us. So it means a lot, man. It really does. You know, it was an honor to even be nominated, but to win, it's a really good feeling.
And yeah, boss. Look, I'll just add on to what you said. And don't ever. I mean, I'm sure you don't, but nobody's ever gonna be. You can't make everybody happy, man. You know, even at the most legit. Well-ran promote. I'll tell you like this. I remember when I was a little kid. And I was watching MTV Music Awards. And I remember that year, Bone Thugs and Harmony was the shit, bro. It was like the shit. They had came out with Crossroads and all this. And they was up for Song of the Year. And they were going against Smashing Pumpkins. And at that time, I've never even heard of Smashing Pumpkins. But they beat Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I was fucking throwing a fit. You know, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck is the Smashing Pumpkins? How could somebody possibly like that song more than this song? It's impossible. But you know that's what people don't understand is that, you know, like I was telling David right now, man, it's about your support system as well. You know, you work hard at your craft and you will always improve your craft, you know, as far as matchmaking or judging or whatever it is. But you also have to have your following, your support system. So that's what makes you legit. That's what makes you a movement, and that's what makes you a company. So definitely shouts out to you and everybody from KOP, man. Everybody. I could tell that you guys are well put, well ran together, and you guys you're going to be successful, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you guys have things in place for the new sanctioning coming up. And well, tell us a little bit about tomorrow's show, bro.
Yeah, man, that's one of the things too. Is you know, we won the promotion of the year. That was awesome. And what makes me feel really good about the people that voted for us is yes, we have, you know, just, you know, people that will say you're Facebook fans or you're you know, the fans that come to the show and people say, oh, they don't really know what a good show is. But, man, we had so many fighters vote for us and other staff members from different promotions. And that's what makes me feel good, man, seeing the fighters vote for us, because that means we're doing our job. And that's really what we're trying to do, you know. Obviously, having the fans vote is a good thing, too, but it almost means more to me to have the fighters vote for me and vote for Knockout Promotions, because that means we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Right, right.
And that makes me feel really good about it. But as far as tomorrow's show, man, it's a stacked card. We've got 17 fights, 5 title fights. Really, really good competition, man. Really good guys in the card. The top guys from our area. We've got a huge main event, Dylan Ankney versus Jamal Hill. That's going to be an absolutely crazy fight. We've got Sean Rosenkrantz coming back. He's definitely the most decorated champion we've ever had in Knockout Promotions. He used to hold the 25, 35, and 45 belt for us all at once, fighting at every weight class you can imagine. He hasn't fought in about 6 months, so he's making his return, defending his 35 title in the co-main event. Yeah, we've got, like I said, we've got Top Gem, we got Murcielago, GRMA, Triumph MMA fighters in the card. You know, it's going to be a good night, man. We got, it's going to be, yeah, there's so much I could go on and talk about, but it's going to be a great night, and we're just going to celebrate. You know, it's going to be a celebration for the new year. We're going to celebrate, you know, the promotion's win. We're going to celebrate my wins. You know, PTC won the top team for Michigan, and they pretty much fight exclusively for Knockout Promotions, and their whole team's going to be on the card tomorrow. It's gonna be a good night, man. We're gonna celebrate a lot of things and have a good night, and then we'll have an even better night at the after party.
I bet, bro. I mean, it's long away. I mean, like I said, you guys have to hold back from partying in the biggest holiday of the year, you know, and that takes discipline, bro. I mean, that right there is discipline, you know, for the staff members and for the fighters alike. So, congrats to everything you guys are doing. You guys well deservingly won to this year. And I'm just running with pride, bro. You know, running with pride, and as you guys, take and encounter everything you guys go through this year, just remember you are last year's winners, man. And just be proud. I'm just hoping to see a lot of winners fist up. You know, whenever you guys get a chance, man, make sure you have everybody on your promotion, man, to put up a winner's fist, and feel free to post it on the winner's fist page where we put the nomination pose at. As a matter of fact, that's
absolutely, man, absolutely.
That's the page that we're gonna have all the winners. What's it called? Announced that. So as a matter of fact, we could probably start doing that right now as we speak. But anyway, yeah. In any event, like I said, thanks for calling in. Thanks for taking the time, and I know you're very busy, so I'll let you get back to your promotion, bro. Give everybody a shout out there, man, and tell Medley, man, hey, great job on a great promotion, boss.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, and thank you for doing all this work and putting these nominations, all these polls together. And stuff.
Thank you.
I can't even imagine how much of a hard work it was to do, but it's. I hope you do hear it a lot, but it's definitely appreciated that you took the time to do this, and it's definitely good. Next year will be better. Every year you keep doing it, it's just going to get better and better. So
already,
we really appreciate you taking the time to do this, man. We appreciate it.
All right, boss. Hey, I appreciate that. So thank you for calling in,
absolutely,
bro.
Thanks, man. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. We have Best Michigan Referee.
Who's that?
The winner is Vance Swerdan.
Shout out to Vance. I know this is a close one. Where are we off over here?
We are 96 was for Vance, and then we had 92 for Doug.
Wow, that was
Doug
really
Gallios.
close. That was a really close one. Congratulations
4
to
vote
Vance,
difference.
man. We have another call calling in, and it went off. Let me see if I can't get it back. Or was that him calling back? No, yeah. Congratulations to Vance, man. I definitely see him in many shows. Every time Maria or Jackie or Shane, whenever they take pictures, he's one of the main referees that's always in the winner's fist when he raises her fist or whatnot. I mean, I always see him in the scene. So let me take this phone call right here. We got a caller calling in. This is the R-Rated Radio. Who do we have in the line? And it hang up again. Let me try to give them a call.
Hello?
This is the R-Rated Radio. Is this Jacqueline?
Hey, it's me, Jackie.
How are you doing? Happy New Year.
Oh, wow. Walking on air.
Well, Happy New Year. You are our winner this year for best photographer and best picture. I mean, how do you feel? Talk to your fans and everybody listening.
I'm walking on air. I'm just...
Hey, Jackie. Hey, can you mute your YouTube feed? We can hear it. It's getting a lot of background noise.
Hold on. Okay, did it.
Thank you. You were coming through twice.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It lets us know that you're watching and supporting our channel. Thank you for that, and thank you for all of our listeners right now that have tuned in and they have subscribed. So shouts out. You're more than welcome to join us and comment below. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for Jackie or any shout outs or anything, feel free to post. But the mic is yours, Jackie. Go ahead and tell us how you feel.
It's one heck of a way to start out another year with this award. I closed out 2014 with currently 5 pictures hanging in a gallery right now, which is a huge honor at my school. And for the second year in a row to come in on this, very humbling, because I put my heart and my soul into these pictures.
Right.
Just as the fighters put their heart and their souls in everything they have on the line the moment that they step into the cage. Yeah, it's a very emotional job for me. And it's not to diminish anything. A shout out to Maria Sinclair and Shane. We each have our very distinct styles of photography. Maria's been in this game for 8 years. Shane's been in it for a long time. I literally have just come out of nowhere into it, but we all have our own styles that make us stand out. That the moment you look at a picture, you know who it belongs to. And that says a lot.
And you know what? Your passion is showed in your company moments. I've always appreciated that title, because it lets you in your mind capture what you're feeling when you're shooting, because that's it. Well, you're capturing moments in time, whether it's a show or anywhere you shoot pictures. I have a lot of respect for you and for your company as a whole. I'm glad to be to have you as our winner. Like I said, like you said, second year in a row. So this definitely lets you know that you're doing what you have to do. You're doing a good job at not only being a photographer, being part of the culture. And like I keep saying, this is about partnership. What this Winner's Fist Award show is supposed to influence is partnership, among many other things. But one of them is working together. So you have definitely displayed, you displayed that this year, by working with everybody and just being a good character and responding to things the way you do. So thank you for showing class and thank you for being there, so we could consider you our winner this year. So thank you
very much. And the 2 pictures, I'd have to say, and I can't help but say it, my best work is always of my son. That's a connection that's unlike anything else on this earth. And that picture of him to me was the absolute best shot that I've ever gotten of him. And the one of Esteban Rodriguez, I was walking around at Ron DeLeon's show, and the way he was standing there looking at the cage, it was like, wow, this is what every fighter lives for, that cage, the light, action. And that picture just happened. So, big shout out to Esteban Rodriguez for standing there at that moment when I walked by, because it just hit me. So, whew, wow.
No, well, I mean, yeah, it's something that well, I mean, when you win something like this, it's gonna keep on kicking in. Like every time you're at a show, you're gonna remember, like, yeah, that's right, I'm the winner. I won again. That's gonna and that's sometimes, man. I'm hoping that kind of gives you a boost and motivation at times, because you remember, like, what spot you hold. And like I said, not that it makes the winners better than anybody else or nothing like that, but it definitely lets you, it makes you remember that you have done, you paid your dues, you've done the hard work, and you deserve your spot. So. Congratulations once again. I'm very honored to have you as our winner this year. Again.
Thank you very much. It doesn't make me want to rest on my laurels. It makes me want to do what it takes to step my game up and continue to doing the best I possibly can. So thank you very much.
Thank you for calling in. And do you want to send a shout out to anybody out there?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to my son, Darren Dream Chaser Luttrell, who came in second as Fighter of the Year again. Team Luttrell 2015, but above all, I would not be here. I would not have this award. I would not be doing these pictures if it were not for him. I love you more than life.
Well, there you heard. I mean, is he around by any chance?
Nope. I talked to him a minute ago, and he's out running again, and we both run 100 miles an hour.
Well, then, that's it. That's exactly why you're in the spot that you are. And congratulations, Jacqueline, one more time.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, hon. You take care.
All right, thank you. And make sure you tell your friends about the R-Rated Radio.
Yeah, it's already posted on my page. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's see. Moving on, we have Best Videographer. And
All right, so we have Vance, have the best, just to recap real quick, Vance got the best referee of the year. Shouts out to Vance. I don't know if he's listening or if he would like to call in. I'd like to have him on the show if possible. If not, then, hopefully he still gets to see this sometime. I mean, all these live podcasts that we're doing, I mean, they get archived, so you guys could always come back and either share these with the people that we mention, or you guys could just watch them again at any time. Preferably share them with you so they could get to see them. So, Videographer of the Year, Jason Mugg. Once again, congratulations, boss. This is the second time that he's got this. He's definitely does a lot of hard work. He's very well known around Michigan area, and I mean he works with almost every single promotion, man. So shouts out to Jason. But I do want to give a shout out to Maria Sinclair as well, because she stepped it up this year, and she's been also doing video. She's been doing a lot of video for several promotions in Michigan. So good job, Maria, for doing the double. For pictures and video. So shouts out for all that hard work.
all right, we've got Michigan's Best Male Pro Fighter
of the year. So what I told the professionals I was going to do, and exactly what I'm going to do, and this is very fitting. I told them there was going to be 3 awards for the fighters. Okay, the Icon Award, it would go to the person that has the biggest name, the biggest image in the game, and that is definitely Mr. Darren Krushenk. Congratulations for everything you've done locally with your team, and also with you as a fighter. Congratulations, you are a pride. You're a pride of Michigan. A lot of people look up to you, even other coaches, other teams. Just congrats on everything you've done. It's an honor to know you and have you participating within our circuit. So once again, it's an honor to have you as an icon winner. He will receive the Winner's Fist Icon Award. Daquan Townsend, he was on the show the other day, and we were going over this too. And I explained to him the Champion Award. The Champion Award that Daquan will be receiving this year from the Winner's Fist is because of his decoration. He's like, for example, I'll stick to Daquan. Daquan has belts right now in the local circuit. So he's definitely active in there. He's definitely earned best fighter of the year. He's definitely, he's an image. We were talking about his walkout. He got a good name, a good following. It's exactly what fighters would want to be like. I know there's a lot of fighters that would want to have his spot, that would want to be like him, have that following that he has and that he's built. So he's definitely a pride of his team and a pride of the state. And I'm happy to have him as this year's Champion Award recipient. So congratulations, Daquan, on that. And last but not least, my boy Kevin Lee. My boy, man, he's a friend. He's out of Triumph MMA, if I'm not mistaken. He's been around for a while. I've seen him. I've had the pleasure to been in the same shows as he has. It's always been a privilege. He's always carried himself with great, a great character. He's a great fighter in and out. He just had a upset in the UFC not too long ago, and the way he bounced back from that, the way he responded to that is to be. It's people should see as an example. He definitely showed a lot of sportsmanship this year. And that's why he's this year's Winner's Fist Sportsmanship Award recipient. So congratulations to the 3 professionals that we had this year. Every one of them has worked very hard to get to where they're at now. And this is one of the things that I was like thinking about doing or not doing. And remember, Kyle, you told me, man, you definitely should do this for the pro fighters, because above anyone, we are trying to do this for the local MMA and trying to recognize them, but we also have to recognize the guys that made it past and made it to the pros. So congrats to you guys for all your hard work that you guys put in this year. Keep it coming, man. It's not over. 2016 is here now, and we got to do it all over again.
All right. The next one is the best podcast.
Bob Pat, who won that?
We did. R-Rated Radio.
R-Rated Radio, man. What can we say?
It was super close. Shout out to everybody else. I'm really excited that we won this.
Yeah.
We went from having nothing a month ago,
right,
to being where we're at now and producing these and putting them out. And they're getting better as they go along. We're learning as we're going. There's a lot of people that I want to shout out and thank.
Yeah.
Eli, you first and foremost, man, thank you. I want to thank my girlfriend for putting up with us, taking over the house all hours of the night and just doing our thing whenever.
I want to second that. Get in on that with you.
Let's see. Anybody you wanna?
No, go ahead. I did.
I gotta find it.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. We just started doing this. As you're watching, even the people that are watching, there's a lot of feedback you guys can share, and we're always open for feedback. If we're doing something wrong or we're doing something that we could do better, you see room for improvement, go ahead and comment. You know what I mean? We're always open for feedback. So this is something new that we're doing. I'm excited to do it. I like doing it. Me and Kyle have just put this together, and it's been flowing. We've had guests on. We're still going through a learning process, but we've definitely had a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing this, man, and I think that's that's just the key, you know, to have fun with whatever you're doing. You know, we started out as fighters. Then, you know, I moved on to coaching. Then, you know, I did all kinds of, you know, side stuff. And I mean, with MMA. And right now, what we're doing with this radio, it's definitely, I mean, we've got all our attention focused on it. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So I'm just, you know, I want to thank you, Kyle. I want to thank you for doing this with me and just putting everything together with me, man. So, now, shouts out to us, man.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah, and I mean, shouts out still to our like David. He just got off. He is a veteran. He is a veteran at this game, and also CBR Radio, Cage. Look him up real quick. I want to send him a shout out. Caged in the cave,
Caged in the Cave.
Caged in the Cave Radio, man. A lot of people don't know them. A lot of people don't know them, but they're definitely stepping up, and they're sponsoring and working with a lot of fighters out of Michigan. So definitely be looking out for them. You guys see any you know, what do you call links, you know, to them? Let it be a familiar page to you, and you know, don't hesitate to log in and check them out. Definitely doing a good job out there. So
This was super close too. We were all within 10 votes of each other,
right,
racing back and forth. I want to thank everybody that voted for us.
Well, let's go ahead and just go down the line.
Go down the list. Let's see.
Mixed Sticks, shout out, man. Thanks for the vote. Gary Nellens, thank you.
Lisa Denton, Jeremy Ergman, Vic Cord.
Vic Cord, thank you, boss. Thank you.
Matt Medley, thank you.
Angelina Jones, that's my love. Thank you. Shout out, baby.
Bo Drummer, Ryan Sellers, Sheena
Starr.
sorry, thank you.
Thank you very
Jeremy
much.
Brown.
Downtown. Who's that guy next? Oh, that's you. That's what's
you know
up.
how to vote for
Yeah.
myself. Red Williams,
Big Red. That's
old tap out
let you
too.
guys know. Red Williams, man. That's one of my first brothers in the game. Definitely shouts out to Red. Thank you for the
Bruce
vote.
Strunk,
Bruce Strunk. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Jackie Luttrell, thank you so much for your vote. Let's see. Hang on
So
1 second here. All right.
Don Rasta,
Olaf
Soprano.
Solano.
That's a made up name.
Lindsay-
more than likely, but
Lindsay
shouts
Shoup.
out.
Becky and Damon, what is that? Yule?
Yule.
Robert Mans. My buddy Cary Grant, thank you, buddy,
You guys
for
are
sharing the hell out
awesome,
of this.
man.
I love you
guys
for
are
this.
Fucking awesome, all of you guys.
Brendan Chris. Let's see.
What-
Cameron Hamilton.
You know what I want to do? I want to get all these names and fucking make a plaque out of it and put it right there. That way for the whole year. I mean, this is who made us a winner. We're going to do that,
For
man.
sure.
Shouts out. Definitely.
Wayne Mason. Let's see. Damon Hirschberger, one of my really good friends since I was a little ass kid.
Shouts
Thanks
out.
for your vote, man. Tara Hilton. Sunday, was it Tyra?
Don't ask me.
We love you anyway.
We love you, man. Thank you so much.
Liam Dobbles. Anthony Yuli.
Oh, they got a lot of their family. Got in
Yeah.
on this.
What's up?
Shouts out.
Luke Derringer. Zach Grant. Robert Alvarado. Brandon Banghart. It's my boss. Work.
Really?
Shout out. Yep.
That's
Thanks,
what's
man.
up. That's what's up.
Um,
Hey, what about a sponsorship? We'll talk about that.
Katie Kimmer, thank you so much for sharing the hell out of this and spreading it around. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you. Josh Newton, Tamara Stoltz, Dakota Young, Caleb Tyrone, Melinda Wilkie, Josh Eckmeyer, Drew Atkins, Derek Watts. Drew, thank you. Justin Fields, and Jerry Vargas.
You know what? Her right there, Jerry Vargas. I want to send a shout out to her because she, at the very end, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her or anything, but at the very end of the nomination, she started. Her and Terry, I remember, were going through and nominating people, filling in the blanks. I definitely appreciate that. That They just made us have more legit categories because some of these categories needed to be filled in. They needed somebody to take the initiative and start moving them. So thank you for that.
Right. All right. Let's move on here. Enough about ourselves. Michigan
We
Sportsmanship
can
Award.
never have enough about ourselves. We're gonna make a special section at the end of the show to talk about
Just us.
Yes,
We should.
we are.
Let's see. Michigan Sportsmanship Award.
Marjan Flowers, baby. Hey, look, I'm honored that you guys won, and that you won, and this is this is one of the ones we were looking at. They were really close. I'm talking about really close. What was the final vote?
Marjan lost by 1.
Oh, lost. Hold on. Are they still voting?
I don't know. No. Marjan had 51, and Justin Overton had 52.
Wow. See,
Beat
that's
him
what
out
I'm
by
saying.
1.
So he was right above him just when I seen
It's been back and forth.
earlier. Yeah, they were back and forth. Hey, man, and look, as this was going on, I had people coming in, right all the way till 12. But at noon, that's when I stopped accepting people in the group. So, that's how we cut it off. And I knew there was some things that were gonna change because I was looking at these guys. These people coming in. I'm like, who are they gonna vote for? Who are they gonna vote for?
Who says one vote doesn't make a difference?
Oh, exactly. This should be. We're gonna highlight this because it does. This is something to remember. One vote, man. Congratulations, Justin. You definitely did your work, boss. You definitely and congratulations for that. Like I said, it goes back to your support group.
We went the other group that you were talking about for the AMI Fighter of the Year. The AMI Fighter of the Year is Dylan Ankney. Is that how you pronounce that? He murdered it. 95 votes.
You know what? And I want to send a shout out to you, boss. If anybody's listening that knows him, please tag him and let him know he could call in. Like last year, I want to bring up Dylan Carpenter. Dylan Carpenter took this event last year. Nobody had heard of Dylan Carpenter, bro. I remember in the polls. I don't know if you could recall, but he was being thought to be a made-up guy. Like they was like, who the fuck is Dylan Carpenter, man? He's a fake. Nobody even heard of him. And I actually went with it because I hadn't heard of Dylan myself. He was just from a different area in Michigan, so I had never heard of him. So anyway, I started to question. I remember I was doing this with Muggs last year. I was like, man, what's going on? This, we're going back and forth with about this, and here comes Dylan Carpenter, posted his picture and everything. So he came to life. So I say that just because this is what the power of this show is doing. This is one event that brings all of the promotions together. We have different promotions and people get popular in different regions of Michigan. But when we have a ceremony like this that brings everybody together at one time, that's when that's when we really get your name out there. Like I said, a lot of people didn't know who Dylan Carpenter was last year, but after he won Best Fighter of the Year, he was recognized by the state. So, I'm not saying that he was a better fighter or less of a better fighter, before he got the award or anything. Dylan is definitely showed hard work. He's definitely made his moves. He is where he's at because of hard work. So I definitely want to send a shout out to him. And going back to our this year's winner, I'm hoping that he has the same effect. I'm hoping he benefits from the same impact that Dylan had, because like I said, I haven't heard of this guy myself, so I'm looking forward to meeting him and vice versa. Just getting putting him on the map, man. Get on the map.
All right.
You obviously have a lot of following, so
yeah, for sure, he killed it in the votes. I think out of everything besides best announcer, I think he was probably the second one that had the most votes.
So
the announcers were killing it.
Right, yeah, they were on there.
People love those guys.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, best gym /team.
Wow. See, Pound Town Company. That's one of the people. They threw their name in there. I actually didn't put that what's it called, like the nominee, and I remember seeing them, and I was like, man, I didn't put that on there. You know, they must have put themselves. You know what I'm saying? And you know, before I thought about tripping, I was, because you know I had some inboxes like, hey, what's going on? Your shit is sabotage and this and that. But I looked into it, man, and I'm like, okay, well, I've never heard of this team either. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of them, but if they have, you know what I'm saying, the willpower, man, if they have the group, the power, like recognize, oh, look at these guys, hey, they doing a show without us, you know, they're doing, and we just, you know what I mean, and they nominate themselves, and then we're able to fucking pick up the lead above anybody else. How are you gonna hate on that? You know what I'm saying? How can I possibly turn like, no, that's not worthy, you guys are off. I can't hate on that, man. Shouts out, bro. Shouts out to the whole team. I've never got to meet anybody from the team or the coach or anybody, but you know, that's just you guys winning, man. Something like this, above Scorpion, because I know you guys were head to head. You know, I was seeing this Scorpion. Shout out to Scorpion Fight Team. You know, like I was talking about them earlier, man. Great team led by James Gray. So, this is a close one. You know, what are the numbers up there, bro?
Let's see. Pound Town had 68, and Scorpion had 51. So they won by a decent margin.
Well, yeah, but I remember at one time they were like right there.
Oh, it was neck and neck for a while.
Yeah, so shouts out for you guys, man, and for everybody that supports you and voted for you guys. Shouts out. We got Diana Plant, she's the timekeeper of the year again, and we didn't have her on the polls because she was the only one mentioned, and so it was kind of like a default type of thing. But you know, a win is a win, and nobody else nominated anybody else, and that's not her fault. You know, that a lot of people tagged her and nominated her. Why? Because of the good job that she's been doing. You know what I mean? So, much respect, and that is like her job as a timekeeper. I mean that's very necessary. You know, and a lot of people it goes unnoticed, and you know that's one of the categories that I'm glad to have on the show, because you know it's giving recognition to people that don't ever get to get that recognition for, you know. So. Good job, Diana, all year long for you to doing the timekeeping and following up on the show, because I know that you've always been a good Winner's Fist supporter. So thank you for supporting the Winner's Fist, and thank you for supporting MMA for what you do. I'm glad to have you as this year's Winner's Fist Timekeeper of the Year. So thank you.
I think we're down to the last one.
Who's that?
Best ring girl. In Michigan.
That was man, that was crazy, because you know our last year's winner, Jessie Malaport, very qualified, ring girl. She's got sponsorships. She's legit. You know, she's got all her shit straight. I would have loved to have her on there this year. I almost nominated her myself. You know. But like I said, I wanted to keep this more on the people, and you know, a lot of people say that they didn't know what was going on. It was too late. But after doing what we did last year, you know, I went through a lot of shit last year going through this. You know, I would have thought people would have remembered that it was going to happen again. And when I posted it on the forums, you know, I posted them in 4 or 5 different forums. You know, so I don't see how people weren't aware. Like I said, I remember speaking to some people about it, and even after speaking about it, and they knew, they just assumed that somebody was gonna vote for it or nominate them, man. And that's the mistake we can't risk in making, y'all, because this is our career. You know, you have to promote your name.
Everybody could nominate themselves too.
Right?
I mean,
exactly.
It's not like, you know, if you wanted in, you were in. Right? Everybody's got a fair chance of being in right from the jump.
And you know what? a lot of the times I think a lot of people do so much for other people that they think that, hey man, somebody's gonna throw my name in there. You know, I've done a lot of work. I got a lot of good friends out there, but we can't rely on that, y'all. We cannot rely on that. There's too much in stake. Our name is in stake. All of our hard work that we did all year is in stake. You know, like going back to my boy Aaron Smith, man. He has all the belts that he has. My boy fought, you know, every 2 weeks for I don't know how long. You know, he definitely grinded the game, bro. You know, and then he came to Indiana and took MFL's belt, 155 champion. You know, he definitely grinded the game in both states. I mean, Aaron Smith is that one guy that could have been best fighter of the year for Indiana and Michigan. You know, but you know, because his name wasn't on there. I think as a matter of fact, his name did get added later on.
Aaron?
Yeah,
he was on there.
Yeah, he was added later on, late though, a little bit. And I think that's one of the reasons why he didn't generate as much. But yeah, anyways, just next year, you guys, I'm doing this. I mean, everybody knows that I'm doing this. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm not stopping. Next year, you could expect this. We're gonna keep it definitely more alive throughout the year. Every single week, we're gonna keep this group that we have on the polls. We're gonna keep it all on because I want to have Fighter of the Week throughout the year to promote Winners Fist. So maybe you guys, maybe that's what you guys need, a reminder of after every week that we're alive, that we're here, that we're gonna be here. So we're gonna try our best to promote this all year long, so people can be ready. And you guys should be looking for your votes today. So we're gonna take another vote next year, a year from now. This is when you start looking for your people to vote for you right now. All year long, you're gonna gather up votes. Remember that, you know. And I mean, you gotta look at it like that because as you're growing, you're growing as an image and as a company. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to tally up. You can't let people everybody that goes under your influence and follows you. You got to keep them, man. You got to even make a page and hey, at the end of the year, remember you got to vote for me or whatever you got to do. But it's gonna happen next year. This is the warning right now. So just prepare. Just take it in. Just take it in.
Do you want to read the ring girl? Stop making this poor girl wait.
Brandy Lynn Schultz, congratulations, girl. Congratulations. You definitely had a lot of girls out there that man, it's always interesting, man. Do you want to go ahead and read through some of these comments? I mean, it gets feisty, bro.
I didn't read through them, but from what you were saying, they were getting it, weren't they?
I mean, I saw a little. I mean, no, it wasn't too bad. It was just, you know, you can't make everybody happy, you know. And,
Right.
if you go back to the 3 principles that I have on the winners page, you know, it says I'm gonna hear everybody out. Everybody's gonna be heard. Not everybody's gonna be happy, but keep calm. We're all winners. You know, we are, and that's the Winners Fist theme is we are all winners. Keep calm. You know, because everything that we've done throughout the year, you know, that's what makes us the winner. Us getting the recognition at the end, that just goes with how we put everything together, you know, like I just got done talking about your support group and everything, but that doesn't take away from all the hard work you did. So coming on as a nomination, you already won. You know, you guys already just by being mentioned, and for people like putting your name, that means that somebody out there thinks you should get it. You see what I'm saying? To somebody's eyes, you're already a winner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just look at it that way. Look at it that way because, you know, I definitely don't want the guys, you know, I'll tell you like this. Last year, when I'm not just talking about fighters. I'm talking about photographers, promotions, everybody. The people that didn't get mentioned and the people that didn't win, they really took it to heart, man. They really took it the bad wrong in the wrong way. That's not what I brought this for. That's not what I made Winners Fist for. I brought here to make people recognize the good things that they have done. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't want to stir this in the wrong direction. But it's hard to, Kyle, sometimes, because a lot of people, they put their heart into this. It's passionate, so it's definitely a touchy thing. But there could only be one winner, and this year's for the best ringer of the year is once again Schultz. Can you bring that up one time?
Ooh, we lost it. Brandy Schultz.
It's Brandy Schultz. So how many wins did she win by?
She had 111.
111.
111, and the nearest person to her had 47.
Wow, that's another landslide right there. I want to give another mention for female fighter of the year, Aurelia Cisneros. She's one of those fighters that impressed me, because I think she has a fight either today or tomorrow or something. I just remember seeing. I'm not gonna be able to, well, I don't know if she normally does. I don't want to put words in the status. Maybe I'm imagining. But what I'm trying to highlight is that she, instead, like for her and all the fighters fighting on this weekend, for you guys to sacrifice from what the world was doing to focus on what was happening in your world, that's discipline. So I definitely want to send a shout out to her. So was that our last one?
Yeah, that was it, man. We're done.
Well, thank you for everybody that joined in. If anybody else has any type of suggestions, or not suggestions, but criticism, feel free to call me on. We're gonna be on here for another 10 minutes. But just feel free to call in if you're out there listening. The number is 574-261-3460. Feel free to call the R-Rated Radio and voice your opinion. Critique the show, critique the Winner's Fist show, critique this show that we're on right now. Any type of feedback. But as far as the Winner's Fist, bro, it was a success, man. This great state of Michigan came together, and we did it once again. A lot of the fighters there, they're not going to be too happy with the nominations and the winners, but it is what it is. I mean, this is what the state came up with as a whole.
Everybody make sure they go and vote, for next year's, and
right.
With everything else, it'll improve as we go along.
Right. And yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna keep stressing that. I remember we were on a radio show with on that hybrid with that we were talking about when we did the 3-way, and Steve LaFrec said something that kind of came to mind right now, and it was when we were talking about when you have that fighter that's real low key and doesn't really associate much, and kind of antisocial, but yet he's at the gym busting, grinding, you know what I mean? So he could be considered to be the best because of the work he puts in and the discipline he has, but then again, he's not marketable. Nobody knows him, so I'm gonna keep going back to that. Some of these winners that we have, the people that have negative comments to say, or if they have opinions about somebody else should have been a winner or whatnot, well, that somebody else should have been what this person did. He should have been on the page. He shouldn't have been. I don't know if I don't want to throw things out there that are not true, but maybe some of these guys had a little bit too much pride and thought that somebody was gonna, nominate them. You know what I mean? Just because, but you can't rely on that, y'all. We cannot. Like I said, your whole image and your hard work that you did all year long relies on this. Last year. So, not to say that, once again, this don't make or break you. This award is to recognize, not to make nobody or not to break nobody. So
right.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. But
I gotta give a shout out. We got some comments on YouTube.
Okay.
TK, Thomas Kosher.
What's going on, TJ?
He left us a little line of comments here. What's up, buddy?
What is he talking about?
He said, just turn you guys on. Let me get a shout out. And then he asked whatever happened to Blake King.
Blake King is to my knowledge, he was in Indy. I haven't. Yeah, I'll inbox him right now. Maybe I'll get a response before the show's over. But yeah, I'm kind of curious about that myself. For those of you guys that don't know Blake, Blake is undefeated as an amateur. Awesome fighter. He started with Team Relentless with me when he was just a kid. Actually, his older brother Kyle King, he used to fight for me, and I remember thinking, bro, when we had first had a Blake in the team, and we started training with him, we were scared for him, man, because he was like the baby. You know what I'm saying? He was like 15.
Yeah, I knew that dude was the real deal, though. Remember we went over there and trained, and he was putting up like 300 pounds on the
yeah, and he was
like some ungodly amount, like, and it was like
it was
double his weight.
It was 240.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was 245. He was putting up, and yeah, he was younger than all of us.
He was only like 15.
Yeah, it was amazing, bro. And but yet we still felt like that brotherly. You know, I just felt like we didn't want to throw him in the cage because we were talking about that, you know. And what about Blake? Well, he's good. You know, he would out wrestle all of us, but when it came down to punching and shit, you know, we were like, wow, is he ready for that? You know what I mean? And here comes a fucking champion, bro. Blake King.
Definitely ready for that.
Yeah. So I know he, as far as right now, he did step out of the game for a second. I don't exactly sure what's going on, but I will find out. I mean, I'm glad you bring that up. But anyhow, I'm trying to see if we covered all bases. I probably didn't. I'm sure I didn't, and I'm sure that this is gonna come back and haunt me. I don't know who I forgot. Hey guys, we did our best job this year to bring you this Winner's Fist. I hope everybody appreciates it. Like I said, I'm a reasonable man, and I'm always open for feedback. So if anything that I ever do that you guys see a problem with, or I'm not the type of guy that won't listen. You know, just feel free to inbox me. Feel free to share whatever you guys any feedback. Like I said, we're always open. So I mean, if Kyle, if you don't have nobody else, nothing to tell the state of Michigan or in the state of Indiana or anybody else that's listening, then I think this concludes today's R-Rated Radio Show.
Yeah, the only thing I want to say is thank you guys for the nomination. This is
We're the best.
Your 2016 best
We're the
podcast.
best.
We're out.
Yeah.